What do you need to know about what happened in AI this week that could be impacting your life tomorrow? Let's find out what's going on this week to help you stay up to date with the changing world of artificial intelligence. This is AI Business News, dissecting news stories that are less about what new model was just released this week, and more about court cases, acquisitions, and deals that could impact the future of AI development in the years to come. I am Dylan Foley, and this is the news for the week of October 5th, 2025. OpenAI's new video creation app Sora has quickly become a viral sensation since its launch on September 30th, 2025. Released as an invite-only iOS app in the US and Canada, Sora lets users generate short, realistic AI-created videos from text prompts and even insert themselves or friends into clips through a feature called Cameos. Within a week, it surpassed 1 million downloads and topped the App Store's free app charts, powered by the advanced Sora 2 model that improves realism and audio-video synchronization. All AI-generated videos include a visible watermark, and OpenAI has announced moderation tools and usage controls to curb misuse. However, the app has drawn backlash from Hollywood and creators over copyright and likeness rights. OpenAI currently allows copyrighted characters to be used unless rights holders opt out, prompting criticism from studios and agencies such as CAA, which warned that Sora poses serious risks to creators' ownership and compensation. Major entertainment companies, including Disney, have reportedly refused to let their content appear in Sora, while OpenAI promises future updates to give rights holders more granular control. Ethical debates have intensified around the use of deceased celebrities' likenesses, with families and advocacy groups condemning the practice as exploitative. Critics also warn that Sora could unleash a wave of AI slop, low quality or misleading content, and that laws have not caught up to the technology's ability to blur the line between real and artificial video. A link to the article is in the description. The OpenAI AMD strategic partnership signals a major shift in the AI hardware ecosystem, with deep implications for compute scalability, competition in the GPU market, and the broader AI economy. By committing to deploy 6 gigawatts of AMD GPUs, an enormous amount of compute power, OpenAI is positioning itself to dramatically expand its infrastructure capacity for model training, inference, and deployment. This expansion not only diversifies OpenAI's reliance beyond NVIDIA, but also gives AMD a significant foothold in the high-end AI accelerator market, which has been dominated by NVIDIA's H100 and B200 series. The initial 1 gigawatt deployment of AMD's Instinct MI450 GPUs slated for late 2026 represents a testbed for optimizing OpenAI's training workflows and software stack around AMD's ROCm, Radeon Open Compute platform. If successful, this partnership could lead to a more open and competitive AI hardware landscape, reducing cost pressures and improving supply chain flexibility for large-scale AI development. OpenAI will gain the ability to scale its foundation models, like GPT and Sora, more rapidly and cost-effectively, potentially enabling faster iterations, greater model specialization, and expanded access through products like ChatGPT Enterprise and API-based services. Financially, the equity warrant agreement, up to 160 million Armenian Dram shares, underscores the long-term performance-based nature of this collaboration. It effectively ties OpenAI's success to AMD's market value, giving both companies incentives to jointly push hardware-software co-design innovations. For AMD, this could translate into exponential revenue growth and credibility as a Tier 1 AI hardware supplier, while for OpenAI, it ensures priority access to next-generation silicon and influence over future GPU architectures optimized for massive transformer workloads. Strategically, this deal could reshape industry power dynamics. As hyperscalers like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon continue to build their own AI chips, OpenAI's move to partner with AMD shows a preference for collaboration over in-house chip design, allowing it to focus resources on model advancement and AI safety research. In the longer term, OpenAI's growing compute independence and diversification could also mitigate geopolitical risks tied to chip supply chains and establish a foundation for AI-optimized data centers capable of running trillion-parameter models, or even multimodal systems combining text, video, and reasoning at unprecedented scale. In essence, this partnership cements AMD as a critical enabler of OpenAI's next generation of models and services while marking a pivotal step toward democratizing AI hardware access, reducing dependency on a single GPU vendor, and accelerating the overall evolution of the AI industry's infrastructure layer. Deloitte and Anthropic have formed an expanded global alliance to integrate Anthropic's Claude AI models across Deloitte's operations and client offerings, marrying Deloitte's domain expertise and compliance frameworks with Claude's safety-oriented architecture. Under the agreement, Claude will be made available to over 470,000 Deloitte professionals worldwide, marking Anthropic's largest enterprise deployment to date. To support this rollout, the two firms are launching a Claude Center of Excellence, tasked with designing implementation frameworks, sharing best practices, and overseeing safe, scalable AI adoption. Additionally, Deloitte and Anthropic will certify 15,000 practitioners in using Claude for both internal and client AI initiatives. The alliance also includes development of industry-specific AI solutions, especially in heavily regulated sectors like finance, healthcare, life sciences, and government. By combining Claude's trust-first design with Deloitte's trustworthy AI framework. As part of their broader collaboration, Deloitte has already launched solutions such as C-Suite AI for chief financial officers to streamline financial workflows, and is building Agentforce accelerators in concert with Salesforce and AWS for highly regulated industries, leveraging Claude models hosted in compliant environments. Altogether, the partnership is aimed at transitioning AI from pilot projects to enterprise-grade deployments, embedding compliance, governance, and domain customization deeply into generative AI adoption across Deloitte's global footprint. The strategic implications of the Deloitte-Anthropic partnership are wide-ranging, signaling a major step toward mainstream enterprise-grade adoption of safe and compliant generative AI within corporate and government ecosystems. By integrating Claude models across Deloitte's global network of 470,000 employees, this alliance essentially positions Claude as a standard AI assistant within one of the world's largest consulting and professional services organizations. This move gives Anthropic a powerful enterprise distribution channel, while giving Deloitte a distinct competitive advantage in advisory and digital transformation, allowing its consultants to leverage AI for financial analysis, risk assessment, legal compliance, auditing, and operational automation, all within a framework designed around trust, governance, and safety. From a technological standpoint, the creation of the Claude Center of Excellence and the certification of 15,000 practitioners will accelerate the development of industry-specific AI use cases, particularly in highly regulated sectors like banking, healthcare, life sciences, and public administration. These sectors have traditionally been slower to adopt generative AI due to strict privacy and compliance rules, but Deloitte's trustworthy AI framework, combined with Claude's constitutional AI principles, could help overcome those barriers. This partnership demonstrates that the next frontier of AI adoption will focus not merely on creative generation, but on controlled intelligence, models that can reason and respond within defined ethical and regulatory boundaries. For Anthropic, this collaboration represents a massive enterprise validation moment. While competitors like OpenAI have strong ties with Microsoft, Anthropic's alignment with Deloitte provides a different kind of institutional foothold, targeting compliance-driven, risk-averse organizations that require explainability, auditability, and secure deployment. It also helps Anthropic position Claude as a trusted alternative to ChatGPT in enterprise environments that prioritize AI safety and traceability over creative flexibility. The partnership could spark a wave of consulting AI alliances, as firms like Accenture race to establish similar collaborations to meet corporate demand for governed generative AI solutions. On a broader scale, this partnership hints at how AI will become embedded into the professional services infrastructure, not just as a tool, but as a coworker, knowledge retriever, and process optimizer. Over time, Deloitte's adoption could influence how governments, hospitals, and financial institutions standardize internal AI practices. However, the partnership also introduces new risks, including over-reliance on AI in decision-making, potential data leakage if guardrails fail, and evolving legal liabilities as generative AI becomes a core part of client advisory work. Managing these challenges effectively will determine whether this alliance becomes a model for responsible AI transformation or a case study in the complexities of AI governance at scale. In a TechCrunch article, YouTube star MrBeast voiced deep concern that AI innovations in video generation could jeopardize the livelihoods of content creators, calling it scary times for the industry. He acknowledged his own brief experiments with AI, an AI-powered thumbnail tool he later removed, but warned that if AI can produce videos en masse from prompts, millions of creators could lose their competitive edge. MrBeast's comments came in the wake of OpenAI's release of Sora 2, a new AI video model and app that lets users generate and share AI-created short videos, including ones featuring themselves, which has already surged to the top of the US App Store. He also pointed out YouTube's own AI integrations, such as tools for animating still images or generating highlights, drawing a picture of a landscape where human creativity may increasingly compete with automated generation. MrBeast speculated there could be a divide. Some see AI video as low-quality slop, while others worry that undisclosed use of AI may erode audience trust and damage creators' reputations if fans feel betrayed. Anthropic has appointed Rahul Patel, previously the Chief Technology Officer at Stripe, as its new CTO, replacing co-founder Sam McCandlish, who will now assume the role of Chief Architect focused on pre-training and large-scale model research. In his new capacity, Patel will oversee the company's compute infrastructure, inference systems, security, and engineering operations, responsibilities spanning the core technical backbone of Anthropic's offerings. This leadership shift is accompanied by an internal restructuring. Anthropic is reorganizing its technical teams so that product engineering is more tightly integrated with infrastructure and inference operations, aiming to boost coordination and performance as demand for its AI models increases. Both Patil and McCandlish will report to Anthropic President Daniela Amodei, aligning the new structure under existing top leadership. Patil brings considerable experience beyond Stripe, including roles at Microsoft, AWS, and Oracle, positioning him to help scale Anthropic's infrastructure as it competes more aggressively in the AI field. In additional news related to Anthropic, IBM has announced a strategic partnership between IBM and Anthropic to accelerate enterprise-grade AI adoption by embedding Anthropic's Claude large language models into IBM's software offerings, beginning with a new AI-first integrated development environment, or IDE. The IDE, currently in private preview, enables advanced task generation across the software development lifecycle, including modernization, refactoring, testing, and deployment. And in early testing with over 6,000 internal users at IBM, it has delivered average productivity gains of 45%, while preserving code quality, security, and compliance. One of the core focuses of the collaboration is security-first development, in which vulnerabilities, compliance requirements, and even quantum-safe cryptographic transitions are woven into development workflows, bringing governance and cost controls into the AI-augmented coding process. Beyond the IDE integration, IBM and Anthropic have co-released a guide called Architecting Secure Enterprise AI Agents with MCP, which outlines an agent development lifecycle methodology for designing, deploying, and managing AI agents inside enterprise systems. Through this, IBM will contribute reference architectures, tooling, and best practices, to the Model Context Protocol community to help standardize secure, scalable AI agent deployment across environments. IBM also signals its intent to expand Claude integration into other products over time, leveraging its strengths in hybrid cloud, software delivery, and regulated industry experience to ensure AI tools can be relied on in mission-critical environments. Overall, the announcement underscores a move from AI experimentation to operational, production-level deployment in large enterprises by pairing Anthropic's AI capabilities with IBM's infrastructure, governance, and domain expertise. That's going to do it today for this episode of AI Business News. Like and subscribe for more news that could affect your future and business. I'm Dylan Foley, and I'll be back again next week. Have a safe and happy life.